couple special guests. Can't reveal it yet, but stay around, watch it. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter with our special guest.
You know, it's so mysterious that I don't even know who it is. Look at some scoring from the first half. Bobby Johnson, 21 points to lead all scorers. Courtney Shaw tossed in 15. Donovan Shaw 13. Keith Thomas also in double figures with 10. The only Twin Laker in double figures is Green, who scored 14 of his 16 points in the second quarter. And he's done a lot to help keep the spirits up and the fight up on these offensive possessions and working hard down low on defense. And so we'll see where we go here in this second half. Uh, we're glad you're here with us. Hope you're sticking with us. See what transpires.
At
Over.
least hang around to watch this special guest we're going to have in a little bit.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, I mean, even if you have to listen to me for another quarter, I mean, you gotta wait for the special guest that even I don't know about. And there goes Thomas to the hole, and he's fouled. He's fouled by Thomas, and he's going to be headed to the line for 2 shots. So right out of the half, Thomas is thinking, let's take it to the basket. Let's get something going. First one, nothing but the bottom of the net for Zeke Thomas. He misses the second one. He's got 8 points on the game. A block called on Casey as Thomas takes it to the hole. He'll be going to the line for 2 shots. So both teams, same thing in mind, going to the basket as we start this second half. First one, Thomas hits the bottom of the net. Spins it twice. And again, hits both ends. Here comes Thomas, slowly up the court, over to Barrow. Barrow, looking inside, doesn't see anything. Goes out to the top, back to Thomas, looking inside. But he goes there instead. When Stone cleared the lane, it opened up the lane, and so it was penetrated by Thomas. Got the foul. Johnson, head fake, back out. Casey, he's going to take it. He thought about it for a second, and bam! Nothing but the bottom of the net for Casey on a long three. Oh! Bam! Back to back.
3-point field goal, Dalton York.
And I believe they said York. I believe that was Casey on that. York is not here tonight, but we all make mistakes. I made one, a few years ago. Dave, I think you made one back in 1962, right?
I've made a lot of mistakes tonight. I am a horrible cameraman.
Well, anybody that saw me do the cameras knows the same. And that is the third three-pointer. I forgot to mention at the first half, 13 three-pointers by the Flight. And Mount Home has come out of the chute with 3 three-pointers. Shaw is a big man who likes to play guard. And
that reminds me of someone I used to know very well.
They all do. All the big men want to be guards. All the little men want to post up.
Of course, that was a shout out to my son, Austin B.A. McBee. And if any of his tech bubs are watching right now, shout out to him.
Casey knew that was gone as he chased it as soon as it left his hand. Nice follow-up by Johnson.
None of our viewers saw it because I forgot to move the camera.
Well, it was a nice follow-up by number 6. Just eased it into the basket. Off a miss by Shaw. Barrow kicks it out for Thomas. Nice little pass over to Casey. Misses. Usher with the rebound, pushing it up. And Thomas, not one shy to take it to the hole, does so effectively. Casey working on Shaw. And launches a deep 3. Thomas again. Ill-fated pass goes to Barrow. Barrow looking at a basket. Rolled off the rim. Here comes Shaw. Sweet little dish. Thomas missed it. Got his own rebound to pad his rebounding stats. That's 8 for Thomas just in the early minutes of this quarter. Stone couldn't find his target. Here's Johnson wide open from the baseline. He bangs one home.
Bobby Johnson.
You cannot leave Bobby Johnson alone. He is cooler than the other side of the pillow. Shaw with the reach. No player likes that call, but it's always almost always a correct call. As was that one. Barrow looking for Thomas. Thomas takes it up. Nice move. Off the glass, Thomas. He's in double figures. Johnson was looking for a shot, didn't find it. Shaw takes one from 35 feet, clangs it off the rim, and Barrow out on the run for a miss. A behind-the-back pass to Johnson and a turnover. So Shaw got back. The big man got back before Eli Barrow thought he could. Wasn't able to draw the foul. Didn't work out the right way. But either did that long-range shot from number 40, Usher, that found nothing but air.
Well, Mike, I will say, any youth ball players watching, this is probably not a good game to watch because it's kind of turned into slop in the second half.
This is a how not to. This is more of a gym pickup type style it's devolved into.
It's very Cotter Youth Center right now, Mike.
Shaw, Donovan Shaw with the foul right there.
I don't think any team's run an actual offensive set since the second quarter.
106-49 now as the Slide have opened up to 57-point lead. Barrow looking for something. Shaw with deceptively quick hands. And instead of the slam, Shaw gets the 3 opportunity. Thomas gets the putback. Johnson with the pass down low. Stone, no. Thomas from about 23. Off the mark. Here comes Alexander. Alexander had many choices. He could have taken himself, gone to the left or the right.
Well, unfortunately, our viewers could not see it because I was behind on the camera again. Sorry about that.
Well, he had 3 choices. 2 of them would have worked, and he chose the wrong one. And here come the Lakers back up the floor. Stone working on Johnson, trying to make something happen. Nice cut to the basket. Sweet Bounce pass by Thomas for 2. Oh, and back at you. Nice look inside from Thomas to Bobby Johnson, and Bobby Johnson is working on 30 points. Casey right back, the layup of his own, slicing down the lane. There's Thomas again. He is on fire. In fuego, I believe. That's how you say it in Spanish, isn't it, Dave?
That is correct, Mike.
Mucho. Gracias. And the Lakers are grateful for the break in the action, I'm sure, to get a little breath. This game is moving at a frenetic pace. Barrow inbounding it to Casey. He's taking some from there. Barrow, 2 men on him. Out to Thomas with the open shot from the baseline off the back of the rim. Shaw with the outlet, and it rolls in. 115 to 51 now. Shaw could be called for any of those fouls. What a nice move down the lane by Dalton Casey. They're just looking for the blocks, and he denied it. Sweet move off the glass. Johnson wanted the foul, didn't get it. Barrow, double bouncer over there to Thomas from the baseline, off the back of the rim again. Here comes Usher. Usher to Alexander for 3. He drains it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 118 to 53 now. A 65-point lead for the Flight. Casey bouncing it up the court. The rebound inside by Thomas, denied the putback. Thomas couldn't get anything on that one. Here comes Johnson. Thomas. Well, Stone gets 2 rebounds and 2 points on that.
This is a good game to pad your stat line.
This is a definite game to be especially for Courtney Shaw. He's just draining those threes, and he's not leaving the floor when he's shooting them. Nice shot by Shaw. Do not leave the big man open. And do not leave Alexander open as he drains another 3. That is 16 threes now for the Flight on the evening. As the Flight try to extend the lead to over 70 now. Going to inbound it on the base. Thomas. Out of a stacked set. Barrow. Looking for it up top. Goes to Johnson for 3. Off the backboard. Here comes Thomas. Thomas to Alexander. And Alexander is warming up. But so is Thomas. Thomas answers right back with the tray. A little big man contest up front. Winning it so far, but not in the long run. Here comes Thomas up the court. Got a timeout. Timeout. Lakers call it. Dave, what do you make of this quarter so far?
Well, I think it's just a continuation, very one-sided. Definitely I know Coach Conley really wanted to have a lot better put out than what they've been doing this game. It's been a frustrating game for the Twin Lakers, but they're an expansion team. These things happen in the first year. But speaking about the first year, let's talk a little bit about the number one rated podcast in North Central Arkansas.
Sports Talk is McHenry. It is the number one sports, not just sports. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's the number one podcast in North Central Arkansas of any kind.
Well, and this is actually Sports Talk is McKimmy's third year, but the reason I said first year is this is our first year with our interview segments, as we've interviewed Coach Tommy Britt, and now we're also just recently interviewed Coach Dion Hargrove, who you know well, Mike.
Right, and if you guys haven't seen it yet, get on YouTube or get on Facebook and listen to it. It's something else. Hargrove he was a lot of fun. Off the board with the three is Olson. Those threes are open whenever they want it. Alexander is on fire. Steal. Alexander's going to try it again. Not this time. And here comes Barrow. Not the prettiest game as far as set plays and that sort of thing. A lot of one-on-one. Nothing a college coach would be proud of. But he would of that. Barrow drains the three. That's something to be proud of. 17 points in the quarter. Thomas has been the man so far for the Twin Lakers. Short on that one for Stone. And he's going to go back there and try again from the baseline. And the same result. Another three for Alexander. He is 6 of 7 from three-point land this quarter. Oh, and there's another answer for Thomas. Thomas has 10 in this quarter. And it's turned into a three-point showdown as Shaw answers with yet another three. It's a three-point shooting contest at this point. I'm going to guess that this is going to be a three-pointer. A little outside of Alexander's range, over the back foul. And we have 36 seconds left. It's 142 to 66 as Thomas goes to the line. Is this how Coach would have drawn it up? You know, nobody wants to be almost 80 points down at the end of three, but it's a growing process. First year of any franchise, you're not going to come out and win the Super Bowl or the World Series or the national championship. This is a long-term affair. So that first victory on the court is not going to come tonight, but it will come. Johnson drains the first. 2 dribbles and up. He drains the second. Alexander knocked that off of Barrow's foot. And I'm sure we're going to see a three-pointer if they can work it into their set play or not from Shaw. Shaw bangs one home from about 36 feet. And we've got an 80-point difference. Christie tries to answer, doesn't, but Johnson gets the putback. At the buzzer, nothing. After 3 quarters, folks, we've got a 147-69 game in favor of the Flight, and it's like we talked about. It's like we talked about earlier. you try and improve. You try and improve from quarter to quarter. And, you know, in that quarter, Dave, we're looking at the Southwest Flight with 57 points, and we're looking at 22 points for the Lakers. And so 57-22 is not where you want to be, but hey, you know what? There's 4 quarters. What score is it, Dave?
It's the final score, right?
No, it's 0-0 is what it is. And if you want to find anything,
as we're joined by the one and only, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty, very happy to have you joining us tonight. Wish it would be under better circumstances. I really wish that the Twin Lakers was not down 78 points. But tell me something, American Dream. What can the Twin Lakers do in this last quarter? Well, let me tell you something, brother. Even if you're way down, you can't give up. You got to play to the end, brother. Because if you play to the end, that is what living the American dream is all about. Well, Dream, of course, I'm sure that the Twin Lakers, glad to hear that from you. They need all the help they can get right now, unfortunately, down 78. But, let's kind of talk a little bit about WWE. Of course, big weekend coming up tonight. NXT in Toronto, 3-point shot right there by Eli Barrow, but big NXT event tonight as they're deciding the Dusty Cup. Yeah, I'll tell you, the Dusty Cup, that's something that's very important to me. I'm so glad to see the WWE doing that event and to honor me and everything I stood for. But, I got to tell you, Mountain Home Twin Lakers, sometimes you get knocked down. When I tried to win my first NWA championship, I got knocked down quite a bit. But let me tell you something, brother. I came back and I became a 3-time NWA champion of the world. So, Mountain Home Twin Laker fans, don't get down on this. Don't be worried about being down 75. Just keep working hard and you'll get there. Well, thank you. And as, of course, Will Hinton, of course, hits the first free throw to push it to 148-72. As now the Twin Lakers bring it back down. But Dream, very nice to, glad to have you join us tonight. Of course, the Dusty Rhodes Cup that they're having at the NXT TakeOver event. Big event happening in Toronto to honor the legend, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And, of course, we talk about the American Dream. You got a lot of guys. This is what the EBL is all about. It's guys living their dream, getting a chance to play ball. A lot of these guys, haven't played since high school, getting a chance to get back out there, living the American dream. And if you live the American dream, no matter what the score is, you're going to be a winner. But very glad to have you, Dream. I'm just glad to be here. Thank you to the Twin Lakers organization for having me here. A lot of fun. Hopefully you can come back again soon. This is a great place to have a ball game at. Well, and the Southwest Flight playing a little, get some continuity going on offense on what has been a struggling night on offense and defenses. Shaw hits another shot.
Courtney Shaw.
And Courtney Shaw having a big game. Several big games by the Shaws tonight. And speaking of the Shaws, don't forget about Shaw Rental Enterprises in Cotter, Arkansas, as Shaw gets the assist to number 10, Bryce. And the Twin Lakers just looking defeated right now. And, it's just one of those games. But Mike and I, we're still having a good time up here and hope you guys are enjoying, listening to the game tonight. And as the Southwest Flight bringing it back down, he dribbles it off his ankle. And poor number 40 William Usher getting harassed by the entire Flight bench right now as they're having a good time up here tonight. And good crowd that turned out earlier. Of course, most of them have kind of gone home now in this second half, but if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night, come on down to the Hangar. It's $5 to get in. If you're a child, you can actually get in for $3. As another bucket there by Kelsey Alexander, as we're almost less than 8 minutes. Thomas from another zip code. And Christie is still battling hard. As Conley calls timeout. And right now it's 159 to 78. 7 minutes and 52 seconds left. Twin Laker timeout. But now, guys, it's time for me to reveal my special interview that I have for this fourth quarter. You hear the music build up to it. And my interview is actually the Zen Master, Mike Hemme. We're going to continue the interview that we were interrupted on earlier at halftime. Not only is he doing cameraman tonight, but he's also, covering play-by-play. Did like 14 games this week over in Flippin. Not only is he a great play-by-play man, good cameraman, but he's also a very, very, very good friend of mine. He's part of a group known as the Superfans. But and I just got a message from Joey Shaw, who couldn't be
Something like that. It was 72 to 15 or 17. And, what do you do with a game like that except for celebrate what you can? And it's like I was saying earlier, take it as the initial steps in a long process. With the very first baby steps before you can run.
Well, Shaw takes it back to the bucket, and Shaw's just been unstoppable tonight as they push the score now to 173 to 87, up 86 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go. And unfortunately, just not a lot you could say about this game. It's a tough one, but these games happen in that first season. And, it's a tough one for the Twin Lakers tonight.
Well, we're looking at an 86-point differential. Our teams back then, if we would have played 48 minutes, we would have looked at some 86 point
I agree.
Too.
Barrow bringing the ball back is back to play. We appreciate you guys joining us on the Twin Laker Network as Barrow hits a three.
And I totally missed it except for the back of his head. So.
And then Shaw misses the shot. Casey with the rebound, bringing it back down. Casey taking it all the way. Olsen with the rebound, throws it long, and we got a foul on the play. Johnson. But night of basketball here in the Twin Lakes area. Of course, the Arvest basketball tournament, high school tournament, over in Flippin tonight as Cotter's getting ready to play against Mammoth Springs in the finals. As 3-point shot there by Bobby Johnson. The Norfolk girls won the girls champion in the boys game, getting ready to start as Griffin misses the easy putback. Shaw brings it down, gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas out to Shaw.
That was too close for him, Dave.
Yeah. Shaw's supposed to shoot that from another zip code as Johnson tries to take it in and put it in. Griffin goes up with the shot and gets the score. Gets it to 176 to 92. Shaw bringing it down. Game now 2 minutes. Shaw to Shaw. Sounds like Simon to Simon.
Courtney Shaw.
It's like they've done that a few times before.
Johnson with the putback and the score. Gets it to 178 to 94 right now. 84-point lead. Wide open shot in the corner off the front of the rim. The backboard. Thomas gets a rebound. Shaw trying to block him with his butt. I think Shaw was wanting to foul on that one.
Yeah, that's not a legal play.
And it's coming back the other way. Thomas going to the line right now. 178 to 94. And unfortunately, this game it's going to drop the Twin Lakers to 2-7. They're going to drop to 2-7 on the season. Unfortunately, their only 2 wins were both forfeits. They have yet to actually get any game victories this year.
Hey, but here's a goal. All right, they have a legitimate shot at 100 points. So let's see if that happens.
As Shaw from outside puts it to 181-94. Now Griffin going back the other way. Shaw brings it down, lobs it to himself. Almost gets the bucket. Johnson bring it back. But yeah, I think Mike trying to get to 100 right now. I think that'd be a great way to finish the game and gets them to 96, so only 4 away. As Shaw thinking about it, gets over to Fletcher, over to Shaw, he's going to shoot it. And 2 flight guys fighting each other over it. Refs are putting away their whistles this last minute as it's an 85-point game. Griffin gets it over to Barrow. Barrow inside to Johnson. Johnson with the hesitation. Fletcher gets it. Thomas bringing it down, lobs it to Shaw, who misses it and puts it right back in. It's at 183-96 with 40 seconds to go. Thomas gets it over to Barrow. Barrow thinking about it downtown, gives it over to Johnson. Johnson says, I'll shoot it. Takes a shot. Griffin gets the rebound and the putback. Gets it to 183-98. 2 more points to get to 100. Shaw from way downtown doesn't leave his feet, shoots a free throw and nails it. That's how you shooting a free throw, Mike.
Free tacos if they get to 100.
Yep. 186-98. 2 more points and this entire crowd will get tacos. And Casey hits it.
Everybody gets free tacos from Taco Bell. Just go by there tomorrow and say you would like your free Twin Laker taco. They'll set you up.
On Dylan Conley, so actually that's not true, fans, but we're just having a little fun with it as the game mercifully comes to an end. 186-100. The Mountain Home Twin Lakers. Rough game. Now, apparently Mike says he's putting me on camera again, but not a whole lot, Twin Laker fans, you can say about that game. The Southwest Fly just showed why they are the #1 team in the league. Thank you for joining us here on the Twin Laker Network. Again, thank you to the one and only, the Zen Master Mike Hemme, keeping stats, working the camera, and doing play-by-play. He was the triple threat today, but unfortunately, talk about triple threats, the threes hit by the Southwest Flight, I believe they had over 29 three-pointers. So, not a whole lot you can do about that. If you got a team that's hitting from outside like that, not a whole lot you can do. But, again, thank you for joining us. We had fun tonight. When you're down 80, you got to keep it interesting. I want to thank the American Dream Dusty Rhodes for joining us in the 4th quarter. And like the American Dream Dusty Rhodes said, these are guys out here living their dream. They're getting to experience, getting to play ball after high school. Some of them who hadn't played in years and years. It takes a lot. You got to give respect to them on the court, for coming out and giving it their all. It's an expansion season. You're going to have games like this. But, coming back next week, hopefully it'll be a little bit closer. The Twin Lakers have had a couple close games. Still looking for that first win. Be sure to keep following us on the Twin Laker Network. And if you're wanting to know about local, national sports, be sure to check out Sports Talk is McKimmie, the #1 rated podcast in North Central Arkansas. Check out the interview we did with Flippin' Bobcat coach Dion Hargrove. It was, in one word, epic. But guys, we'll see you next week, Twin Laker fans. Have a great week.
That whole time I was on standby.
No, it records. It still records. To make the hard tape, like the game tape, he makes a game tape for them to sit and review.
For his bucks.
Yeah. So, they're down 86. I wasn't worried about it.
In the 2nd quarter, it's like, and another three.
Well, it's funny because I text Joey. I said 90-37. He said second half will not be good. They went in the second.
That was, I don't know. I mean, what do you do when you're down 80 points? It's a hard